Paige GameChanger Cat6 cable. Honest proof that long-distance Ethernet finally works. What if your biggest network problem was never your switch, your router, or your configuration, but simply the cable itself, quietly failing you at distance? Every installer knows that specific frustration. You run a clean pole, power up the device, and get absolutely nothing. Or worse, you get intermittent drops that waste hours of troubleshooting time with no clear answer. Standard Cat6 hits its hard limit at 100 meters, and that distance is rarely enough for real-world installations. If that sounds familiar, keep watching, because this changes the entire conversation. Here is the reality that most network guides quietly skip over completely. Standard Cat6 cable was never designed for modern, high-power PoE demands at real-world installation distances. When you push 100 watts of PoE through a thin 23 or 24 AWG conductor across a long run, resistance builds steadily, voltage drops measurably, and your device either underperforms or simply refuses to power on at all. So you add a repeater, then another one. Suddenly, your clean, elegant single-run installation has 3 separate potential failure points and a significantly larger invoice to explain to your client. For security camera installers, wireless access point deployments, and commercial structured cabling teams, this is a daily headache that costs real money and real hours on every single job. It compounds quickly across a large property. Remote edge devices, perimeter cameras, detached buildings, and long campus runs all demand distances that standard Cat6 simply cannot deliver reliably without compromise. The workarounds exist, but none of them are clean, and none of them are truly solving the actual underlying problem. Then everything changed when the industry discovered the Paige GameChanger Cat6 cable. And before you compare it to anything else currently on the shelf, here is the single most important piece of information in this entire video. Do not just pick any Cat6 bulk cable for your next long-distance project. Make sure it has 22 AWG solid bare copper conductors, specifically optimized for distance performance, so you never experience the painful combination of voltage drop, signal loss, and unresponsive devices at the far end of your PoE runs again. That thicker gauge is not a marketing detail or a casual upgrade. It represents 20% more copper than standard Cat6 cable, which directly and measurably reduces electrical resistance across every single foot of your installation. The result is 1 gigabit Ethernet with full PoE Plus performance reaching out to 656 feet without a repeater, without an intermediate switch, and without an additional point of failure anywhere in the path. And if your run needs to push even further, the Paige GameChanger drops to 10 megabits and still delivers 100 watts of PoE all the way out to 850 feet. That is nearly triple the effective range of standard Cat6 under real load conditions. Security camera integrators, wireless access point installers, and enterprise network teams are actively using this cable to simplify entire projects that previously required additional infrastructure at multiple points. The CMR riser rating keeps every vertical run fully code compliant. The 1,000-foot box makes large-scale installation poles clean, efficient, and organized from start to finish. The credibility behind this cable extends well beyond the product page and the manufacturer description. UL Verify, an independent safety and performance testing organization, formally and publicly verified that the Paige GameChanger Cat6 cable delivers 1 gigabit Ethernet performance and PoE Plus reliably over 200 meters. That is not a brand claim. That is independently confirmed third-party testing on record. A telecommunications industry expert described it as the first cable in the market to deliver 1 gigabit performance and any form of PoE out to 200 meters, specifically noting that it simplifies installations by eliminating unnecessary points of failure from the design entirely. A commercial network installer reported running cable 600 feet to remote wireless access points on a large campus project without adding a single repeater or additional switch anywhere in the path. A business owner documented saving significant project costs on a detached garage network run because 1,000 feet of GameChanger cable came in below the total cost of fiber transceivers and optical cable for the identical distance. Imagine completing your next installation without a single repeater, without a mid-span extender, and without the quiet background anxiety of wondering whether a long PoE run will actually hold reliably under real load. Network professionals, security system integrators, and low-voltage contractors across commercial and enterprise environments are already choosing the Paige GameChanger Cat6 cable as their trusted go-to bulk cable for exactly this reason. The performance is independently verified by UL. The engineering is patented. The results are consistent and real. I have dropped my affiliate link in the description below and pinned it at the top of the comments. Just click and see for yourself. You will not go back to standard Cat6 after this.
For demo videos and current pricing, check the link in the description.